Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rob from the Hybrid Network with this week's Marvel movie news. Let's jump straight into this. So, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. premiered this week, and well, it packed a punch, that's all I can say, and a lot of news came with it. So, obviously, we got our first look at the major villain Lash, and that went all over the internet a day before it actually premiered. And he was in it for a more than I would expect in the first episode. But anyway, a synopsis and images have been released for episode 3, and the title's A Wanted Inhuman. Daisy Mack and Coulson race to protect Lincoln as Rosalind's team hunts down the Inhuman in their quest for powered people. Meanwhile, Hunter proves that there is no line that he will not cross to exact his revenge against Ward and Hydra on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So obviously there's a lot going on there, but I think they've really balanced it all quite well so far from the first episode. So hopefully they keep going with that. So obviously that was the third episode, but we've still got episode 2 to go. So there's been clips released, and it shows us Ward is cleaning out Hydra in a rather strange way. I'll let you go and watch that clip for yourselves. But it's rather interesting the way he does it. And there was also another quick promo that shows, which just basically gives us a lowdown of the synopsis for that episode. Moving on to Netflix now, and Jon Bernthal was interviewed about his role as the Punisher. And well, it's anticlimactic, that's all I can say. He says, I pretty much can't tell you anything about anything at all, to be honest with you. I can say it's a responsibility that I take really seriously, and I'm honoured to be on Daredevil. I love the script, there's great actors, great writers, and if I can just say that I'm grateful and honoured to have this opportunity, and I'm going to give it my best. The interview was by Comic Book Resources, and that was it. That's all there was in the interview that was anything. He did go on to comment about Norman Reedus's Punisher in the animated versions and how his Punisher would just wipe the floor with him. But what would you expect? Jessica Jones has a new international teaser, and it kicks some serious ass. I'll put it still on the screen for you to see, and it just shows how badass she is. Now, we obviously had the other teaser where it just shows the strength breaking the clock, but this is just next level. This is most likely leading up to a full trailer, so check back in next week for your Marvel movie news, and maybe I'll talk about that. You never know. Now, Marvel has a brand new half-hour comedy coming to TV. Damage Control. It's received a script order at ABC, and it shows us the real side of the Marvel Universe, the people who clean up after the superheroes. Now this can lead into a lot of Easter eggs. It could be quite a serious TV show, but I think they're going the best route with making it a full comedy. It is a full-on comedy, so it's going to be a bit like The Office, I'd say, but with superheroes. Well, you probably won't see the superheroes at all. And now we're finally going to move on to films. It's been a bit quiet. Kevin Feige's came out and said a few things, like they haven't started casting for Miss Marvel and don't plan to till next year. He said that the option for, if you're like a Ronda Rousey fan, the option for her being in it is there, but obviously there's no confirmation. It's just, if she's the best one for it, they'll pick her. He did come out and say that Civil War is the end of the Captain America trilogy. A lot of people were confused as to whether Civil War was more like a Batman vs Superman and not a direct sequel to Winter Soldier. It is still primarily Captain America's film, which is good. But does this mean it's the end of Cap? You know, leave in the comments whether you think that Captain America will be, whether we might see him die or whatever. Now, Doctor Strange will have an origin in his film. Now, Kevin Feige spoke about how some people thought that they weren't going to do origin stories anymore. But he went on to say that Doctor Strange has a really unique origin story. Now, don't get me wrong, this hero is my favourite, but Hero has a trauma after being a dick, tries to fix it with money, turns out that doesn't work, travels to some mountains, helps an old guy, or woman in this case, and is taught some ancient arts. No, that's really unique. Cough, Batman, cough. But anyway, apart from the finer details, it is pretty much Batman's origin as well. But I think it's going to be really good. Also talking about Doctor Strange, Mads Mikkelsen is waiting for a call off Marvel to find out if he's in Doctor Strange. Now, he has been heavily rumoured to be maybe a villain or something in Doctor Strange. And he doesn't actually know that much. He said, I know as much as the rest of the world, which isn't much. So, would you like Mads Mikkelsen in it? And if you would, who could he play? Who would he be? Now, I'm going to butcher this name, but Taika Waititi, I'm just going to leave it at that, is in talks to direct Thor Ragnarok. Now, he directed Flight of the Conchords, and I'm pretty sure he's directing Mona with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So, that seems pretty good. Now, obviously, we're going to move on to... there's only one bit of Fox News, and it's about Ryan Reynolds. And of course, he's ran away with a Deadpool costume from set, and he's just taken it. What else would you expect? He absolutely has been waiting to do this role for so long. So, that's it for the Marvel movie news this week, guys. What do you think? What's your favourite bit of news? When do you want a Jessica Jones trailer? Would you want Mads Mikkelsen in Doctor Strange, and who has? Do you want Captain America to die in Civil War? Leave it all down in the comments below. Leave a like. I've been Rob. See ya.